Hello guys, welcome to the Python series on LearnIn. My name is Nse. Today we are going to take a look at operations that can be performed with a dictionary. In the previous lesson, we talked about dictionaries, where we defined dictionaries and showed the syntax. Today's lesson is a continuation of episode 14. So to follow, you may need to watch episode 14. The link is in the description. So particularly, we want to talk about some operations with Python Dictionary. Let's head over to VS Code. Let's take a look at the get method. Get method is used to retrieve the value associated with a given key. It basically accessing the values in a dictionary. The basic syntax is like so. You have get and then you have parentheses. Within the parentheses, you provide the key and maybe a default value. The default value is the value to return where the provided key is not found. So you may decide to have your syntax without default, like so. You just have get and then you have the key like that, and there is no default provided. Writing it this way is going to return none if the key is not found in the dictionary, whereas providing default value is going to return the default value where the key is not found. Let's see an example working with the movie dictionary. For clarity, I think we should just have dict.get. So that means you have to provide the dictionary, you have dots before get. Let's use an example here. Let's say movie dot get, and if we want to get the title, you can say we want to get the title, and let's store it in title, and let's print title. Let's save and let's run this code. Notice that we have inception here on the terminal. I'll just comment this out. Now, and I want to show an example using default value. Let's say that we want to get director, and would have movie.get, and we want to get director, and let's provide a default value. Let's say key director not found in the movie dictionary. Let's save and I will clear the terminal. Let's run this code. Nothing is returned. We have to print director to have an output returned. So let's save and run this code. Notice that we have key director not found in the dictionary. That's this default value that we provided here, and we are seeing this default value because within the movie dictionary we do not have director. Now we are still using get and we are trying to get director, but this time we do not have a default value provided. So if director is not contained in this dictionary, running this code is going to return none. Now I'm going to clear the terminal, and now let's run this code and see what's returned. Notice that we have none here on the terminal, and this is an indication that we do not have director in the movie dictionary. So you can use the get method this way, or you could decide to provide a default value. That way, if the key provided is not contained in the dictionary, you would have the default value returned. So basically what we did here was use the get method to retrieve the value that's associated with the key title, and we also used the get method to retrieve the value associated with the key director. However, while working with director, we had none returned because we do not have director key within this movie dictionary. Also, here we did not provide any default value. Where we provided a default value, we had the default value returned in place of none. I hope that is clear. Now let's take a look at the pop method. Pop method removes a key value pair based on a specified key, and it is going to return the value associated with the key that is being removed. The syntax is like so. You have dictionary. I'm going to make this more detailed. I'd have dictionary.pop, and this simply means that you provide the dictionary you want to pop out from, and then you have pop and you have parentheses, and within the parentheses you are going to provide the key that you want to pop, that's the key that you want to remove, and maybe a default value. This default is optional. Let's see an example working with this movie dictionary still. So we are going to have a variable, I'm going to call it popped value, and then let's have the dictionary, which is movie, and then let's have dots, and then let's have pop. And what we want to pop, I'm going to pop the rating. So I'd have rating like this. So here I won't use a default value just yet. Now let's print popped value. Let's save and let's run this code. Notice that we have 8.8 returned, and that is because 8.8 is the value associated with the key rating, and the key rating is the key that we have within the pop parenthesis. So I'm going to comment this out, and let's have genre instead, and let's clear the terminal and let's run this code. Notice now that we have science fiction returned. We have science fiction because science fiction is the value associated with the genre key, and genre is the key within the pop parenthesis. So this is simply saying to Python, go into the movie dictionary, look for genre, and return the value associated with it. And so we have that value returned, and that value is stored in the variable popped value. So that is why printing popped value gives us science fiction. I hope that that's clear. Now let's provide a key that does not exist in the dictionary, and now we have movie.pop director. Within this movie dictionary, we do not have any key as director. Now let's run this code and see what happens. Notice that we have an error, a key error, and it's referencing director. This shows that director does not exist in the dictionary. Python looked through the movie dictionary and it couldn't find any director key, and so it returns this error. So this might be a good time to have that default value. So I'm going to provide a default value, and then I'm just going to say not specified, and let's save. Before running the code, I'll clear the terminal. Now let's run this code. Now notice that rather than have that error that looked very messy and stuff, we have not specified that the default value that's provided here. So in this example, we have seen how to use the pop method to remove key value pair. The first example was with the key genre. The associated value science fiction was returned and assigned to the variable popped value. In the second example, we used the director key. Director key does not exist in the movie dictionary. So first, the pop method returned a key error because we did not have any default value provided. And then further down in the example where we got to this point, we provided the default value, and so we rather had the default value returned instead of the key error. So notice that using the pop method without providing a default value gives a key error if the key is not found in the dictionary. I hope that that's clear. Now let's talk about pop item. This method, pop item, returns the most recently added item showing the key and value. This method is only available in Python 3.6 later versions. So that's to say that if your Python version is less than 3.6, you will not have access to the pop item method. So to check your Python version, simply type on the terminal or console python -- version, hit enter, and the value that shows up is your Python version. In my own case, I have 3.11.3. So this here is my Python version. It's clearly higher than 3.6. So I can access the pop item method. That being said, let's see an example working with pop item. So we have this example and we want to pop item from this movie. Pop item usually does not take an argument because it's simply going to target the most recently added key value pair. You don't need to provide an argument. So what movie.popItem is going to do will be to return the most recently added key as well as the most recently added value. Now notice that for our variable we have key and then we have comma value. So we have it this way because we want to unpack the key value pair. So what this is going to do is going to have the key retrieved from this pop item stored in this key variable, and then we are going to have the value retrieved stored in the value variable, and then we are going to print key and value. However, I want to print it in a way that's very clear to us, so that's why I have f strings. Remember, we've talked about f strings where we can interpolate variables within strings. So we are going to have removed key, and then whatever key value is removed will be specified here in place of this key within curly braces, and we have value. Whatever value is being removed, we are going to have it shown in place of this value in curly braces. If you find any of this confusing, you may want to refer to the lesson on strings. Now, that's being said, let's go ahead and run this code. But before we run this code, I'm going to comment all this out first, and I'm going to print movie.pop item, and let's run this code first. Now notice that we have the key rating and then we have the value 8.8. That's because in this dictionary the most recently added key value pair is rating. If we add something else, let's add director, and I'm just going to say Paul. We have an error because I need to provide a comma here. Now let's save and let's run this code. Now notice that what's returned to us is director and Paul. Let me clear this terminal and let's run this code again. Now notice that we have director as the key and we have Paul as the value. Let me comment this out and let's uncomment this. So now this key is going to store director because that's the popped key, and this value is going to store Paul because that's the popped value. And so now let's run this code and see what it comes to. So if you check the terminal here, you will notice that we have removed key, director, and value, Paul. Let's have removed value. Let's run this code again. So we have removed key, director, and removed value, Paul. So that's it. The pop item method will return to you the most recently added key value pair. I hope that that's clear. Now let's take a look at the clear method. Using the clear method with a dictionary will remove all key value pairs from the dictionary. It does not return any value. It simply empties out the dictionary. The syntax is like so. You have the dictionary and then you have dot clear. Clear is written with parentheses. Now, let's see an example with the movie dictionary. We're simply going to have movie dot clear and we will have parentheses like so. Let's print movie before and after clearing. I'm going to have the print after clearing commented out. I'm going to comment out movie.clear as well. Now let's print movie. So notice that printing the movie dictionary returns the key value pairs that we currently have in the movie dictionary. Now let's comment print movie before clear. Let's comment it out and let's use the clear method on the movie dictionary, and then let's print the movie dictionary after we clear it. Let's run this code. Notice that we have an empty dictionary returned. So we have been able to use the clear method to remove all the key value pairs that's contained within the movie dictionary and thus leaving it empty. As a result, we have this empty dictionary returned. So clear method is going to remove all the key value pairs from a dictionary and return an empty dictionary. I hope that you get the point. Now let's take a look at delete. Delete is written as del. Delete is a statement. Notice that delete is not a method. It is a statement, and this statement deletes a key value pair based on a specified key. It can also delete an entire dictionary. We are going to see an example with deleting a key value pair. We are also going to see an example with deleting an entire dictionary. The simple syntax is like so. You have del and then space, then you have the dictionary that you want to delete from, and you have square brackets. You provide the key. That's where you're deleting the key. But to delete the entire dictionary, you simply just have del space the dictionary that you want to delete. Now let's see an example with the movie dictionary. Let's have del and the dictionary here is movie, and the key that we want to delete is casts. Let's delete casts, and after deleting casts, let's print movie and see what we have left. Let's run this code. Notice that the dictionary shown to us, we have title. Immediately after title, we have genre. We do not have casts because we have deleted cast. So in this dictionary returned to us, we have all the keys except casts. So we have been able to use the delete statement to delete the key casts from the movie dictionary. Now, if we want to delete the entire dictionary, then we would simply have del space and the dictionary which we want to delete, in this case movie. Now let's print movie after deleting, but before I run this code, I'll clear the terminal. Let's run the code and notice that we have this name error saying that the name movie is not defined. So this is an indication that the movie dictionary no longer exists. The movie dictionary has been deleted, and so Python no longer finds this name movie anywhere in this file. Remember that movie is the name that we assigned to our dictionary, and now we have deleted it, and so that name movie is no longer defined. So this is basically how to delete a dictionary. You want to be very careful, however, while using the delete statement, because you do not want to delete a dictionary or a key by error. You have to be sure that you are deleting the exact key or dictionary that you intend to delete. I hope that you get the point. If you are interested in the source code, I have provided the link in the description. This is it for today. If you have any comments or questions, please say them in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to learning. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.